All right, hello everyone. Let's get started. I want to make a quick video that shows you how to go from basically zero to having a PX4 SITL setup with ROS integration, the simulator running in Gazebo from absolute scratch. So this is a brand new Ubuntu Noble machine that I just flashed. And I'm doing it from absolute scratch because for whatever reason, a lot of people online, they're like, I don't know how to set up ROS. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do that. I'm just going to tell you, and I'm just going to show you. And especially the number one thing that really pisses me off is like a lot of roboticists, whenever I go over the computers, they have like the freaking worst setups I've ever seen in my life. Just absolutely insane crap. And I am not a roboticist, neither am I really formally a software engineer. I did my studies in physics and then I became a software engineer, but I don't write code like a lot of physicists and like a lot of roboticists do. Look, I get, you guys, you work on paper, you do equations and stuff, you like to work in Windows. Computers are scary, but if I can learn it, you can learn it too. So I'm going to teach you a lot of that stuff along the way so that you don't have a freaking mess. Like when I go over to these guys' computers and they like open a terminal and there's like 10,000 environment variables being loaded and they have no idea why CC is like freaking mining Bitcoin. They're like, I don't know what's doing what. So we're not going to do that. This is a brand new system. This is completely scratch. The only thing I've installed is Chrome and VS Code and obviously OBS. That's it. We're starting from scratch. All right. First thing we need, I want ROS2 and I want PX4. So let's get PX4 first, because that's going to take a while to compile. So here is the sources for PX4. Um, First thing I want to teach you guys, where do you put your freaking stuff that you check out? Uh, oh, did I make it already? I did make it already. Check out stuff into like a sensible directory. I like home/source. I think that this is a really good place to have all of your stuff that you check out. People put their stuff on like desktop folders and they call it like work, or like they do some shit like I see stuff like this, right? Like they're on their desktop and they're like make dir uh projects or like git projects or like some insane things, bro. This isn't Windows, bro. Don't have freaking spaces in your folders, okay? Because that's how you get stuff like this, right? Paths that are annoying to work with. So like look at we're gonna try to like remove this directory. Look at the way that that has to be. We don't do spaces and paths, okay? SRC in your home directory, that's a great place to have everything you want to check out, all the software you're gonna check out, right? Okay, so let's check this out. Let's do git clone px4 right into there. That's going to take a second, and then I think we need to init a bunch of submodules too, probably, right? Do they have a command for how they want to do it? Let's go to the user guide here. Actually, isn't there like a SITL guide straight up? PX4 SITL. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. We're gonna do Gazebo. Okay. Here's the first thing. Why am I on Ubuntu 22.04? ROS has been messed up for quite a while. Ever since 2004, ROS has been kind of messed up. Here's the state of the world. Ubuntu 2004 had ROS Noetic, which is the last ROS 1 release, right? And ROS Noetic is great. It ships with Gazebo Classic, like 11, I think. That is like a well-defined release. Um, you have Noetic, you use Gazebo 11. Every ROS 2 release since then has been going through some kind of crap. Uh, Gazebo couldn't figure out whether they wanted to be called Ignition or whether they wanted to be called Gazebo. So they were going back and forth. They went to Ignition and then they went back to Gazebo. So all of the commands for like Foxy and for like Galactic and like a bunch of the ROS 2s in the middle, they're all like weird. They're like Ignition for a little bit. I would just skip if you have an Ubuntu 20 setup or you have an Ubuntu 22 setup and you want to work with ROS 2, just don't do it. Just upgrade to 2004 or do it in Docker or something. It's a mess. Okay. So go to 2004, start with a clean setup. I'm so serious. Don't try to do this on 20. Don't try to do this on 22. Don't try to cross compile. Don't try to go on 22 and find a way to download um, Ross Jazzy and Gazebo harmonic, it's a mess. You're gonna you're watching this video, you already don't know what you're doing, you're not gonna be able to do that. Okay? Just trust me. Flash a nice clean Ubuntu Noble. They finally figured it out. This is the first release. Either do ROS 1 on Focal or do ROS 2 on whatever what is this called again? Noble. Don't do anything else. It's just not worth it. Okay. All right. Right. So where were we? The yeah, make this, whatever. Okay. Where's your getting started? Initial setup. Yup. Toolchain installation. Okay, great. 24 works, by the way. I know they don't have it here yet, but Ubuntu setup. Download the toolchain. Oh yeah, we had to do recursive. Whoopsie. But we can still do it here. Git submodules init recursive. Ugh. What? Oh, sorry. Update init recursive. That's what we want. Okay. Here's the first stepping stone. This is where a lot of roboticists and physicists or whatever get messed up. So you see this. You see how PX4 wants you to run this random script that they've given you to quote unquote install everything. Never do stuff like that without reading what's in that install script, because people who write software like this are also roboticists, and they think that their system is basically, from their perspective, made for doing PX4 development and nothing else. So they don't care if they set random environment variables. They don't care if they install globally, like all sorts of crazy outdated packages. They just don't care. That's their system, right? And from their point of view, the only point of that system is to compile their project. So when you run stuff like this, you're going to suddenly find that like you have a random old version of Java 8 and you have no idea how that got there. So never run in like quote unquote install everything scripts like this without reading it. Let's take a look at what's inside while this is installing. By the way, I would like to get Terminator um, because this is going to get messy. What? No, come on. If you've never heard of Terminator, that's the thing that lets you do like 4 windows without having to learn how Screen or Tmux works. It just, it just, do I have it here? Terminator. Give me this. Cool. Um, so let's start working in this, because then we can do this and this and this. Very nice. So, what were we doing? Um, oh, we're gonna read whatever this is. So I'll go into PX4. I don't care. Let's pull that up in Nano. All right, bash script. Okay, so this is going to try to install Gazebo 9, which I don't want because we're going to use the one that comes with Ross Jazzy, which is Gazebo Harmonic. It's going to install jmavsim, which obviously don't want. Docker would be a decent way to do this, but we're not going to do Docker for now. Yup. This doesn't even support 22. Okay, what do we have here? All this stuff is fine. That's fine. This is not going to fly anymore on 24 because you can't do system-wide Python installs anymore, because like your system Python is basically like a critical part of your OS, right? So you can't just go random install pip packages because pip might change the versions of other things that your system depends on. Can't have that. So we're going to install pyenv. No, not pyenv. Sorry, we don't even need py. Well, we should have pyenv, but we're gonna do this actually with venv. So we can get that like this: sudo apt install python 3. The way they're basically doing this is, so like if you wanted to, for example, install like pip3 install venv, right? That's what you'd usually want. Um, they're not letting you do pip3 install venv because that's letting pip mess with your system packages. That could get weird. But certain packages, they're doing a Python 3 dash the package that you want to install. And if they provided that, then you can install it that way, and they will guarantee that the pip package will not mess with other critical stuff. So we can get venv this way. That's cool because then everything else we can just do through venv. So let's go. Let's create this in our home directory. Let's do this. Let's do Python 3 venv, and then let's create one called .local. And we'll just use this as like our system pip. Um, so why don't we do, just to check, source dot local. By the way, in case you don't know, dot is the same thing as running source. So you can just, if you see me do this, dot space, this is literally the same thing as typing source. Dot local slash bin slash activate. That should, yep, that's great. And now I'm going to modify my .bashrc so that let's do default venv. So every time I open my shell, I automatically source this. Home slash dot local slash bin slash activate. I'll do it like this actually, just for readability. The reason I'm doing that, okay, so your bashrc, right? You've probably modified your bashrc before. It's the list of things that run when you create a new bash terminal. Please guard your bashrc. Do not throw things in there willy-nilly. Like for example, when you install ROS, a lot of people do like the sourcing, like their opt slash ROS slash whatever slash setup in their bashrc. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. I'll show you how I do that. Because you really want to be careful about the things that you have run automatically in every terminal, because everything in that bashrc could be like an environment variable, it could be an alias, it could be something on your path, right? You need to keep that thing clean. It's like your room, okay? That's your toolbox that's on your belt. You don't want to carry every freaking tool on your tool belt all the time. It's crazy, right? You only want the things that you use every single time. Like you really want to think hard about what you keep on your everyday carry tool belt all the time. That's what your path is, and that's what your bashrc is. That's what your environment variables are. So please guard them and make sure that you don't have things writing willy-nilly and all sorts of crazy sources, because now, right, if you have a bunch of sources and you don't know what they're doing, um, like, in that well, they could be overwriting each other, they could be conflicting with each other, and then you get weird, messy problems and you can't debug them. So guard your bashrc. But this is good. We're just gonna have this Python venv, and that will be our like system Python, and that way, like this won't yell at us. For example, if I try to do this, oh, I don't even have Python 3 pip. Damn. Okay, wait. Pip install Python 3 pip. Let me get pip. But while we're here, so we're gonna source this, that'll be fine. If not virtual env, yep, that's cool, so that's cool. I think we're gonna have a problem with live curses 5. I don't think this exists anymore. Yep, what is this, 2204. I know install recommends, kconfig frontend. I don't know what that is. I don't know if we need that, we'll see. Dialogue group, that's cool. Installation. Yeah, see, this is crazy. I don't want Java on my system. I would never let Java touch my system. Harmonic, that's cool. Can I install all this like by myself? Maybe we should do ROS2 Jazzy. Maybe we should install Jazzy by ourselves first. Because this is trying to do a whole bunch it's trying to install Gazebo by itself. I don't want you to do that. I will install Gazebo. Okay. So let's do this. Oh, I was gonna show you. So if we try to do like pip3 install, I don't know. Yeah, OpenCV, sure. This is gonna, on 24 and up, this will now error out because pip3 by default is referring to the system packages, right? So this is going to be like no. But if we do, well, actually in a new shell now, yep. So now we automatically get uh, our ven. Now if we do pip3 install, can I do something small? Let me do numpy. Now that's cool. And it's all installing to our virtual environment. That is our system virtual environment. Very cool. And by the way, if we ever want to get out of it, like let's say you want to do another virtual environment instead, you can just deactivate. That's cool. All right, great. Now, what are we gonna do? Let's get jazzy because this thing is freaking me out a little bit. So let's just get install ROS2. We already had this. Take me to jazzy. Installation, Ubuntu, cool, locales, whatever. That's probably fine. I don't really care. Sure. All right, let's run this. What? Yeah. Add the GPG key. Add the repositories to your sources. Great. Install development tools. Sure, why not? I actually do. You don't need this, but I do this stuff, so I might as well install this. And then install ROS2. What version of CMake do I get here? Let's check here. Do I have a good version of CMake? 320. Okay, that's fine. That's cool. That's cool. Usually I like to get my CMake from Kitware. This is a brand new machine, but you can install the Kitware PPA and that lets you get like a really good late version of CMake, but 3.28 is fine. I will stick with that. And then we just install this guy. I'm gonna do Josh Jazzy because that comes with RViz demos, tutorials, whatever. You can also do the base, but we want the sim, right? We want Gazebo, so give it to me. Cool. So let me show you another thing that I do. So you know how a lot of people take this and they throw this in a bash RC? Don't do that. Don't do that because that will make a mess. Um, it will inevitably make a mess, just trust me. So do this instead. To your bash RC, do alias or ros2dev equals that. And what this will do now is, well, actually, I don't think this will work anyway because I think this is still installing. Yeah, all right, let that finish. But what that will do is when you run this, which is a nice, easy thing, only then will you have your ROS environment variables, your setup script sourced. Otherwise, it will not be there clogging up your environment variables, clogging up your path, doing all sorts of weird stuff. It's just not worth it. Just make it a command. It's easy to type. Anytime you want to work with ROS, you do ros2dev, and now that's a ROS terminal. Otherwise, it's a regular terminal. I highly recommend that. What else can we do while that's installing? I guess we can edit this. Let's do it like this. Let's throw this into code and see what we can fix out of this. Yeah, okay, all right. Great. Yep. Yep. 22.4 then. Kconfig frontends. I don't know what that's about. I think we're gonna want this. So why don't we just edit this a little bit? If it's 2404, you can have this too. I'll let you get not X. Oh, see this? They're editing your path here. This is fine. for me, but only because it's GCC arm none EB. We love arm none EB, generally useful. I don't mind having that on my path, but we'll look out for lines like this that are adding something to your bash RC where it's going to edit something to your path, right? You don't want stuff that you don't know on your path all of a sudden without you knowing about it. But this is fine. I don't mind having this on my path. Um, yep. So we'll do no sim here. But I'm probably going to want this stuff. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. All right, let's just try running it. Let's see what happens. And if we do, yeah, if we do no sim, then none of this will run. So that's cool. Are we done with, we got, we did? Okay, great. No, wait, I'm in the wrong terminal. So this is all checked out. That's good. We got Jazzy. Okay, great. Great. Do we get Gazebo? Do we have that? Sorry. No, we don't get Gazebo. Okay, how do we install Gazebo? Gazebo harmonic install. Uh-huh. Ross Gazebo, pick the, yup. Yup. This hasn't updated yet. I would do Jazzy now. Jazzy in 2404. Oh, this is what we want. Okay, great. So let's do, oh, this is an old terminal. It is already, great. Oh, yeah, this should now, by the way, let's just check, but this should now do ROS distro. Jazzy, great, install it. And let's just make sure this is getting me ROS Jazzy, whatever, libqt, whatever. This is getting me Gazebo, right? Probably. I don't know where exactly, but it probably is. That's cool. I'm gonna let that do that. All right, while that's doing that, let's do /tools/setup/Ubuntu. Oh, wait, this is an old, I'm gonna reopen this now that I've changed my, let's use this guy. All right, cool. Tools, what was it? Sorry, /tools setup? I don't remember what it was. It was tool setup. What? Oh, Ubuntu. Oh, I hate this. Okay. And keep your finger on the Control C in case you start seeing this thing doing something that we don't want it to do. I think we have a problem with ncurses 5, if I remember right, because that doesn't exist anymore on 2404, and I don't know why they're depending on it so hard. So this, all of this pip installation, this is cool because this is all happening inside of our .local event. If this isn't happening in our system Python anymore. Ha. Did we get our, let's just make sure that this works. Yay, okay, cool, we have Gazebo. Great, thank you, thank you. Thank you, sir. Yep, okay, n curses 5 is gone. All right, now how did we do this again? I did this on my machine. Okay. Lib n curses 52404. Someone was like, yeah. This will let you get it. So we're just gonna install it from this. We're just gonna install it directly. See, this is lib n curses 5. It's not me copying random commands from Reddit and just executing them, but I read it. So we're getting something from archive.ubuntu.com. That's very chill. We're getting the libn curses 5 deb, and then we're just installing it manually. What? Oh, so you do actually need both of those. My bad. I should have trusted you, sir. ODSAO? I should have trusted you. It's a dependency. Sorry. I'm just like, like there's a lot of people online who just like do things and then they like get it to work somehow and then they post everything that they did without doing any kind of introspection into whether like which parts of the things that they did were useful or not. So I'm like reticent to copy paste everything blindly until I know exactly what it is. But this makes sense. Shout out to my mans. All right, so we've installed libn curses 5. So now this should just run because apt will realize that it's already installed and so it won't try to go get it, I think. Otherwise, we'll just delete it. I did run that with no sim, right? Right? Control C. Control C. Oh, I didn't. Thank God. So now we're getting GCC ARM9 EB9 9 2020 Q2 update. Very nice. Let's see what else is in here. Oh my God, it's freaking no sim tools. I don't have to Control C you again. Sorry, buddy. No sim tools. Thank you. I should have just deleted it, honestly. Like, I don't know why I'm messing with their flags. I should have just deleted all this crap. This stuff is useful though. We're gonna need this. Maybe I'll just run this by hand. Anything else we can do while this is running? I don't think so, right? Because what is... Yup. Restart the computer on completion. Probably not, honestly. Don't really need to do that. You're gonna need this. That's cool. Alright, once we have the toolchain, do that using a simulator. First we'll build a simulated target using a console. Right. That's cool. It'll just be make. Which is crazy actually. This make is like so OD. Like it builds this target and it starts a simulator. And so like it does a weird thing. It is a weird thing. I don't really like it. There's another way that I like where you can just make the firmware itself and then you can separately spin up the Gazebo thread and separately spin up the firmware and have them both run and then talk to each other. I like that a lot more. But let's just do this for the first run. Okay, cool. Before attempting to, but we're not building that X, so that's fine. All right, what's up? Error while finding module specification for SimForce symbolic module not found. No module SimForce. Could not find GZ transport. Do we have our? Is this sourced here? What? All right, you know what? All right, don't send. Let's try this one more time. Can we try non-iris? You know what else too? Oh crap, we should have checked out a non man, I just checked out the latest on PX4. I should have checked out a release. Okay, hopefully that's fine. Um, Fingers crossed. Otherwise, that'll be kind of a headache to go get because like so PX4 here, sorry. Give me the GitHub. So they have tagged stable releases. You should, when you check out like a repo like this where it's actively being developed, right? Like it could be, the nightly build could be broken. So you should always check out a release. That's my bad, but hopefully it works. Let's also get QGroundControl actually while we're waiting. Give me, so here is QGroundControl for Linux. It wants us to do a whole bunch of stuff, which is actually fine. What this is basically doing is, you should always understand what this is doing, right? This is adding you to dialogue so you can talk on serial. This is removing modem manager. Modem manager is like an old part of Ubuntu that is used for talking with serial modems. Not a lot of people have those anymore, obviously, so it's like fine to just remove this. And the reason why you do that is because it conflicts with other stuff trying to use serial if modem manager is running. This is installing GStreamer. That's all very straightforward. Good to have anyway. libfuse, libxcb, and then a bunch of other packages I don't really care about. You can have those. Um, let's install that. And then we're going to download the app image for QGroundControl. App images are, so people can make executables on Linux that come with all of their dependencies installed already. Like, so normally, like when you do like an apt install, right, it installs your executable and then the dependencies also get installed all over the thing. And so that can like result in like conflicts, like versioning conflicts, whatever, yada, yada. An app image is like one big mega executable packaged with all of its dependencies inside of the executable. They're all like shoved in there as one big executable. So you can just download it, just execute it, and the entire thing is in there. It's all very cool. And I'll show you how to run that off top. Like if we just have this, right? We can do mark that this is actually executable because it isn't by default. And then we can just do / QGroundControl, like literally just execute this. And that works. But that's kind of annoying because now that executable is just in my downloads and like I don't like this. This is weird. This is a weird way to run an executable. So one thing I recommend installing is this thing called App Image Launcher, which really should just come standard with Ubuntu if you asked me, but it doesn't. So we have to install it. And you get it through this PPA. So where is that? It's here. Add image launcher team. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes. Want this. Want both of these actually. Hmm? Oh man, there's no Noble release. Oh, that's buns. Oh man. Okay, wait. So how did I do this then? Did I do it by Deb? Do they release the Deb? Oh, they do have a Deb. Bionic Deb from 2020. It'll probably still work, but like, is there another way? Uh, Oh, there's a daily. Does this have a noble? I don't even remember where to check that. Also, the builds are failing, so it's probably not worth it. This won't just work, will it? Like, maybe they've already... No, they haven't. Did I build it from scratch? I don't think I did. How bad would it be to build this from scratch anyway? Should we try? What's the CMake list look like? Let's see. It's an old style CMake. Let's try this Bionic package first. And if that doesn't work, we'll just build it from scratch. Okay. Let's download Bionic AMD 64. Odds. Maybe this will just work. Yeah, maybe. Great. Okay. So that's cool. App image launcher is great because what this does for you is when you run an app image for the first time, it hooks into that launch and you get this. Welcome to App Image Launcher. This is a helper designed to exploit yada yada yada. And this, what it will do is every time you run an app image, it will move it into a nice centralized directory, home Nabil applications, home whatever applications, right? And then it will live there, and that will be like a nice home for it. And so that you can see it over here, and, it's just lives in a good place, not floating around in your downloads folder. That's cool. I'll integrate it. And it doesn't have to integrate it. So if you ever just want to like one shot an app image, you can just tell it like, oh, no, I'm just going to run this. Like, don't integrate this into my system. Um, but it will if you want it to. And so now with that integrated, we should have QGC over here. Yeah, we do. It doesn't have an icon for whatever reason, but it's over here, which is great. All right. What's going on in the background over here? Sorry, we're doing so many things at once. Oh, this compiled. Great. Waiting for simulator to accept connection. Awesome. Great. I wonder now that that's built, I want to show you guys the way. Yeah. Should we try the other one more time? That's an unknown target. Yeah, see, that doesn't seem right to me either. I've never run this before. Am I on? I am on main. Simulation, Gazebo simulation, installation. Yup. Yeah, GZX500. That's so interesting. This runs both. Yeah, see, I don't like this, man. That's not what a make should be doing. Because then when you kill your gazebo, it thinks that your make failed for whatever reason. That's just like a stupid way to do it. And I don't know why it doesn't know what that target is either. Like, why is that? That's weird. Let's try standalone mode. I quite like this. They run separately, and that makes me feel a lot better. So we will do PX4 GZ standalone, and I guess we'll just do none iris because I don't know what's going on. And also, don't you have to set, yeah, this. So you can specify worlds too, actually. Let's do it with a world. Let's do it with Baylands. Yeah. Oh, then run make. Oh, wow. Very nice. Very helpful. Run make disk clean. Very nice. So now this should work. Unknown target. Oh, still unknown. Weird. Does this work? Can I do Baylands? No. I'd like to do it as a standalone. PX4 GZ world equals Baylands. I'll show you guys what Baylands is too in a second. It's just a good world once we get this to freaking work. He's using the Python script simulation gazebo. Oh, I think we have to grab this. Yeah, this is good to have. So this is kind of breaking apart PX4 because the way that it ships from their repo, it's like they've kind of jammed everything together. This kind of separates out the sim part from the autopilot part, which I like a lot better. Because what's in here is they have this script that will actually download different models and like run them, and it's very nice. So let's go to good. What is it? PX4 Gazebo models. Yeah, cool. You might think this is annoying, but I'm saving you. Don't worry. All right, cool. There's Gazebo. This is gonna wait until it gets a command, right? Is it gonna wait? What was that about? No current GL, ogre exception, model directory, not empty overwrite, not set, not downloading models. What's that? Can I just do a regular Gazebo? Sure. It's interesting. All right, we'll let that do that. This is new and interesting, but you know what? Let's figure it out together. Okay, unable to create the rendering window. Like I said, this is my first time. This is from scratch on this machine, so this could be some like weird quirk of this particular laptop processor, whatever. Unable to create the rendering window. Ogre exception rendering. Current GL context is specified with no current GL context in the GLX window. Okay. And why were you unable to create a rendering window? Sure, let's see. Fortress, we're not on Fortress, are we? What is it? Versions? Eight six zero. What is that? Let's just check. Get Gazebo version. do this? I think it shows up like this. No, that's not good. Oh, do I sound like this? Grep GC sim tools buggering yada 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 yada. Can you tell me? It probably tells you inside a Gazebo, eh? Probably. Oh, it is harmonic. Okay, cool. Great. So that's fine. What is this deal? That's so interesting. Gazebo troubleshooting. Nope. 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 Yeah, enable to could mean you're using the Ogre 2, which uses 3.3. Could be checking Ogre 2 logs. Let's see this. Uh-huh. Hmm. Nothing crazy here. And this wants, yeah, so I was just going to do GLX. I don't have nothing on this machine, bro. I wasn't lying to you. What if it's like a Vulkan thing? 4.6, which is chill, right? Yeah, that's chill. To enable Ogre 2, you need to yada yada. This may update. Still run into, it could be that certain extensions are not supported by your driver you're running inside a virtual machine. You can try disabling DRI or for software rendering if you're using MISA. Let's try this. Let's see if this does anything. Can I just get a blank world? I don't remember how to do that. All right, you know what? Let's do your quadcopter tele up. No, that's not it. Let's try disabling DRI. Mm-mm. No, it doesn't work on Ogre 1 either. is an interaction, friends of Wayland, UNC, current deal. Oh, that sounds right. With X Wayland. Wow, why didn't this happen on my other machine? That's so interesting. Yeah, that totally worked, eh? Huh. Wow, okay, there we go. QPA platform is XCB. Well, that's so interesting. That's so interesting. Okay. All right, for now, let's keep this around, although this is a weird quirk of my machine. This might not happen on your machine. I don't know. But anyway, hey, you got to see a free example of how I debug stuff. There you go. That's what we got out of that. Okay. Anyway, so let's go back to do we have someone in uh, PX4 Gazebo models? Good. So we'll do this, Python 3 simulation Gazebo. I think it's like world equals Baylands, something like that. This might take a sec to get started. And then I thought we had to do a thing when we launched this in Baylands. Sorry, we had to launch when we launched this in Baylands. Maybe not. Oh, it's this. This is what I want. Okay. So whatever. None iris is working. So let's do, yeah, we'll wait for this. This is a big world, so that will take a second. Oh, no? Will you die? Maybe it's just waiting. We don't know. We don't know. Make PX4 SITL. Let's do none iris Baylands. Will you let me do that? And let's do, oh, we can also do it like this. I like this better. They have these. So they have, oh, my bad. Oh, no, actually, you can die. I don't need you. I need you. There you are. There's Baylands. They have these make targets, which are just like versions of these with these params set. But I'll just do it like this. And then PX4 GZ, what was it? External or something? Sorry, my brain is starting to slow down a little bit. Where is it for like starting it standalone? That's what it was. All right, that should work. That should put none iris into. While that's doing that, one other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do remote control, RC control on this simulated quad. And you don't need to have a Tyrannus, you don't need to have anything crazy to do this. You can literally just buy one of these cheap Logitech game controllers. This is like $9 on Amazon. This will work just fine. Like, it's not that serious. Oh no, I've run out of, actually here, I'll use this one. This might take a second to grab its drivers. That's building. Waiting for simulator to accept connection. Should be doing that. Please do that. isn't it accepting the connection here? Try that one more time. Mm-hmm. Do I need to configure this? It should start. Oh, maybe because GCX500. Let's see. Oh, wait, does it need to be like GZ? Because, sorry, does it need to be GZ? Nope. Why aren't you? Oh, now that works. Could not find Java. Bro, you're never gonna get Java. Oh, do you really need Java? Oh man, don't tell me you need Java. Module not found. Okay, I don't know what that's about. Let's try pip install simforce to fix whatever that first one is. Error finding module specification, no module named simforce. Could not find GZ transport. Let's do, is this a Ross GZ I think. You know, maybe we need to grab some of these things we're looking at over here. All right, what did you want? Harmonic. Yup. Yup. What happens? What happens if we do? I know we have it, but what happens if we do? Well, do you even? Okay, you don't even know because I don't have the Gazebo repo. That's cool. That's fine. I'm chill with that. Gazebo packages, GStreamer, libbaby, libeigen, libimage, XML protobuf compiler. None of this stuff seems like what we were missing. What's up with this? That's for JMAV sim though. Why do you still need that? Do you really need Java? Okay. All right. Let's do this with Java 14. Oh, new thank you. OpenJDK 14 JRE OpenJDK 14 JDK libvec math Java. What can I get? Ew, wow. 11, 17, 21. Let's just get the latest. But I don't get why you need this if we're doing, you know what I mean? I don't like having Java. It's just a pathway to bad things. Like no good thing happens. All right, let's just do it. We can always uninstall it, right? At least when we install it ourselves, we know it's there and we can uninstall it. Hmm? What crashed? Oh, some systemd thing. I don't care. And what is SimForce? Let's find out. Is that mentioned here? Yeah, this. How do I get this? Straight up. But it said that there's no... Couldn't find a satisfied... Really? Do I have to install it by hand? Why didn't I run into this on my other machine? This is cool. Ah, Skydio. Very nice. Let's see if anyone else ran into this. SimForce, no candidate or whatever. Uh-huh. Switch to using. Oh, is this a main thing? uh, yeah, and also wait, SimForce. Just looking at this too. 3, 3.8, 3.9, 3.10, 3.11, and we're probably throughout 12, right? What are we? Yeah, we're 3.12. But why don't you ship for 3.12? And I know it doesn't need it, but still. Let's see if this builds now. What's up with this? Oh, okay, that's better. So I guess now it really, okay, it is an optional. So that wasn't actually the problem. GZ transport was installed. How do we get GZ transport now? Did I install that? I don't remember installing that. Did it come with the weird Java thing? Anyway. Wow, this took shockingly longer than expected. Thought this would be easy breezy. I even knew about the end curses thing. That was an easy one, but I didn't expect the Wayland thing. All right, that's up. Great, these are connected now. Very great. So now we should see, yep, there's our little guy. And in fact, one thing I'll do here is I will set this to follow. And let's get QGroundControl. So now everybody's going to talk to each other.
Full flight mode.
I hate that this thing talks. I'm going to put this in metric. Square meters, speed in meters per second, Fahrenheit, please. Okay. Yep. Great. And now you can see that this has gotten the location information from PX4. It knows it's in Balin's Park. Very nice. Just like on TV. There she is. There she is. And with QGC here. Oh no. No. Sorry. With QGC here and with this here, I'm going to make you go away. QGC should be able to listen to this. I don't remember if I've set it up, if I have to set it up or not. We'll see. We'll find out. But we can set, no, I don't want to do that. We can tell QGC to inform the SITL.
Take off flight mode.
That should be fine. Very good. There she is. She's taken off. Now let's see if this will respect.
Full flight mode.
No. Let's see if this will respect. No, it doesn't. Okay, I'm gonna set you up. How do I do that? Application settings. Virtual joystick. Real joystick? Is there an option for that? I don't think so, right? I think it's like real joystick. It's not in here. Menu.
Return flight mode.
I want you to use real joystick, bro. Wow, it freaking died. Come back.
Full flight mode.
Do you see this? Ah, joystick. There it is. Enable joystick. Great. That's cool. RC mode 2. Awesome. Perfect. All right. Take off again.
Take off flight mode.
And
Full flight mode.
why don't we do a little go to just to show you that this is actually working. And midway through, we'll just take command over.
Position flight mode.
Whee! Whee! Yay! Great. And that's what I wanted to show you guys. How to set that whole jazz up. Now that you've got that, I want to do another one too where I show you guys how to do air sim. That's going to be building off of this setup that we have. So maybe I'll record that later. But with that, hope you enjoyed that. Hope that helps someone, or maybe it just helps me later. Au revoir.